weather's gorgeous. It's so wonderful. Whoever needs air conditioning? I don't need air conditioning.
Yeah, maybe I should do this a little bit, huh? Let's get this thing plugged in here. Yeah, I'll say it again. Air conditioning. You need air conditioning in your house. Gone are the days. I'm going to set this up so you can actually see it. Hello. There we go. See, I'm my own director, so you just have to deal with me adjusting things. Okay, gone are the days that air conditioning was an option. Now it's, if you're selling your house, sell your house, get air conditioning in it. I know it costs money. But you make money doing it. You have at least 100% ROI on air conditioning. If you don't have air conditioning in your house, get air conditioning in your house, period. I do this every year with one of my listings. I have a listing here without cooling, and it just is sitting on the market. So part of my presentation today is going to be, hey, look, if you had air conditioning, your house might sell for a little bit more. Now understand that this does not take into account other upgrades, but it goes into the idea that if you have air conditioning in your house, you've also updated your kitchen and your walls and your bathrooms and your windows and your everything else. You've taken care of it, right? So there's no real correlation as to value, but you do get a pretty decent ROI on it. Now let me show you. These are the houses that sold year to date in 95123, San Jose 95123, with air conditioning. And it's 131 total. Of that, the average is 1643. Put that here for you. 1643. $1,643,000. That's average. Okay. Again, most of these houses are updated versus the 20 that were sold in 95123 year to date without air conditioning. This is the only measurement. It's not saying anything against the quality of the house, the size of the house, the age of the house, the upgrades that have been put in. Just correlate. The only correlation, the only thing I'm looking at is just cooling, no cooling. 1.4. Let's open this up again. The quick math, it's about $200,000. $233,000 difference. $233,000 difference. $233,000 difference. Ish. Is that huge? That's huge. It's a huge difference. Again, it's not looking into the differences. Were these houses updated and just not put the cooling in? Were they flipped? Were they rentals? They don't really say anything here, but we can go deeper dive, but that's not the point. The point is air conditioning. Get air conditioning now when it's cool. Like the last couple of days have been cool. You know what those HVAC guys are doing right now? Twiddling their thumbs. They're just doing this. They're wishing that they had some business. So come give them a call and say, hey, look, give me a deal. What's your best deal? I'm calling 3 other people. Come on in. Give me your best rate. Maybe you can get it under $10,000. It's a worthwhile investment. That's what I'm saying. And you get usage out of it. Even if you're not planning on selling it in the next couple of years, get some utility out of it. Use the air conditioning. It'll be nice when it gets above 95. Okay? Just a thought. I'm not telling you what to do. But right now is a great time to get some air conditioning. Okay. Fannie Mae forecast sharp dip in mortgage rates by end of year. We've been talking about that. We didn't get a rate reduction this last testimony, which was last week. We needed to get down to about 6%. in order to bring more buyers into the market. But right now is a great time to buy. Houses are still selling, right? Not at the same clip, but that's because we don't have the number of supply. We don't have the supply that we need in order for it to be a heavy market, which is good. It doesn't burden it, but it also allows us to balance out the market, make it more fair for buyers, right? The offers I'm getting right now have contingencies. They have concessions. They ask for points down. They're asking to buy down the points, right? I have a VA loan that I'm working with. That's something that in a fast, hot market typically doesn't work because you need to have Section 1 clearance. Now, this house that I'm selling, it's the one in Gilroy, it has 0 Section 1. And if you know what Section 1 means, it means that that's where the pests are. There's no termite damage reported. 0. It's cleared Section 1. It's awesome. So the buyer's taking their time. They're being picky, and that's great. I have another listing that's getting a lot of action on it, and then I'm working with a couple other listings, getting those things ready to go. This is a great time to sell if you're moving somewhere else. If you're moving to another house, moving up, moving down, moving to another city, this is a great time to sell. Let me tell you why. I've said it 100 times. People don't want to listen. When you sell in a hot market, it's a seller's market. First of all, that's great for you because you get a lot of money and you get to pay me a lot of money. But when you go to buy something, then you have more competition because it's the same thing. It doesn't matter where you go, unless you go to like Timbuktu or, like St. Louis, where it might be depressed. I'm not saying like it is, but if you go to another town, it might be depressed. So that might be good for you. However, timing is not perfect all the time. So just understand that you have to have the mindset that you're going to be buying a larger house or even a smaller house. You still have more competition in a hot market because the rates are low, investors are out, the market's going up, house prices are climbing. That means there's more competition. There's more buyers out there. There's more affordability out there. That means you have to pay a premium. You have to realize you might get stuck with an appraisal gap, meaning it might not appraise for what you're offering, right? There's no repairs. It's coming in as is. You have higher closing costs and higher property taxes. Okay. But if you sell in a cool market like it is right now, this is a forced, balanced market because we're keeping the rates high. If you can afford to buy a house, buy what you can afford right now because rates will come down and then you can refinance. So you can sell your house. I know you get a lower price. Boo, who cares, right? You get lower selling costs. It means you're paying me less, right? You can buy a larger house. You have less competition. Instead of having 15 or 20 or 25 offers, you have 1 or 2 if it's priced right. Or if you're smart, you wait for houses that are on market 30, 40, 50, 60 days, and you come in and you poach them, right? You don't have to pay a premium. You might even get a lower price. I'm seeing houses on market less than 30 days come in lower offers, right? You don't pay a premium. There's no appraisal gap that you have to worry about because prices are kind of contracting here. I mean, like St. Louis, I feel sorry for St. Louis. I've only been there once. It's a great place. There's no better place. But, I'm just picking St. Louis because it's in the middle of the country. It's not a hot market or a cool market. It just is what it is. But you don't have to worry about, you don't have to worry about paying a premium. You don't have to pay an appraisal gap. There's no appraisal gap because it's coming down. You can ask for repairs. You can have lower closing costs and lower property tax. So this is a great time. So the only reason why people want to sell in a hot market is their ego. I sold at the highest point of the market. I got the most money for my house. Oh, well, what did you do with that money? Well, I had to sink it into another house and I had to pay a premium for it. So where do you win? When the market's coming down is the best time to sell. Right now, the market's trickling down. and it's a great time to sell. What do you get for $1 million? Not my listing. I did sell a house a few years back on Yolo Drive, and it is a nice place. It's centrally located. It's right by 87 and Capitol, right across the street from Home Depot, if you know where that is. For $1 million, you get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,286 square foot house built in 1972. And there it is right there. Oh, and you can go play in the creek if you want. The house I sold was on this side. And that's where Home Depot is. And that's where Lucky. Anyway, let's see. Let's take a look at it. Not a fan of the whole blue brownie box thing. This is kind of a dated look, but here's the thing. The only thing that I'm seeing that's dated is the paint. The only thing I'm seeing that's dated is the paint. This is the rustic 2000s look and feel, but look at the floor. It's a nice floor. Look at the cabinets. Those are nice cabinets. And right now, darker cabinets are back in style. I know it kind of ebbs and flows. Can't tell what kind of counter that is, but put some white paint or some light gray or light blue or light green paint in this house. It's going to look beautiful. I love the fact that there's can lighting everywhere. The tile is a little much, but you know what? Ooh, backyard's a little meh. Oh, and there's a broken fence right there. Look at that. But that's okay. Doesn't matter. Look, the one thing I could tell you that I wish they did is they put a floor plan. They didn't put a floor plan, but other than that, this is a great house. This is a great buy. This one's going to sell pretty quick. And I want to say that this just got listed. Come on. Yeah, new listing. So it's been on market 6 days. This thing's going to sell fast. What do you get for $2 million in San Jose, Santa Clara County, Silicon Valley? This is not my listing. Tamalpais Avenue, $2 million, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1862, built in 1966. And this is in Almaden Valley. There you go. So I live like right here. It's amazing what a hill can do to pricing of a house. Let's take a look inside. It's so weird. Yeah, it's a beautiful house. Not a fan of I don't know if that's box brownie. I think they did night shots. I'm not getting the chairs there. I like these chairs. I like this. It's the Corian or the quartz countertop. It looks like it could be granite, but I think it's quartz. Yeah, it's plastic. You have a stovetop on top. I love staging furniture because it's so uncomfortable that you'd never buy it, but it looks good, right? All right, so this one's a little dated, and why I'm saying it's dated is because the counters and the cabinets are frosty. You don't really see frosty anymore, and even this cabinet right here, this bathroom cabinet, and the quartz or Corian, I'm not sure what it is. It looks a little dated to me, and then the closets are a little dated. Yeah, see, that's plastic. I think. God, I really think it is. That's nice. I'm a big fan of hot tubs. No, I don't use them all the time, but at the same time, it's nice to have because when your joints are aching from working out or what have you, it really helps you relax. So, and it's a nice backyard. It's a very low key backyard, nothing fancy. It's not a fancy house either, but that's what you get for $2 million in Santa Clara County. There you go. All right, we talked about that. And then the same thing here. Next week, I'll have this updated, but we're still kind of going into a balanced market. It's not a buyer's market yet. Balanced market is about 2,000, I keep saying, in Santa Clara County. Right now, our inventory is like 1,400. Let's see, Santa Clara, our inventory is 1,400. Where was that? Housing snapshot. Yeah, 1,400 for sale, plus or minus. We're getting close to the 2,000 number, but I think where we are right now, I always said it was a rule of thumb. I think we're in a balanced market right now. I think it's a balanced market because buyers are being picky. They're taking their time. They're coming in with aggressive, I don't say mean aggressive, but aggressively priced. They're asking for concessions. They're asking for a lot of things just to make it happen, right? So there you go. Yeah, and here it is. You can see all the numbers here. It's not the best looking graph right now, but what is this one? That's San Martin. San Martin has like 3 listings, so it's not a big deal. But everything else is kind of sitting at the 2-month supply mark. So, and the industry calls 6 months a buyer's market. That's why I'm saying it's a balanced market, because we're seeing houses stay on market longer. Buyers are being picky. They're not freaking out. They're not doing anything, spending $400,000 more to buy a house anymore. So there you go. "17 minutes, it's 8:37, Thursday, June 26th. I'm Vito with Apatano. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. We'll see you out there.